really was an extraordinary night last night.
Yeah.
I mean, the winds and the rain pummeling the house, the windows. Huh? It was quite something. Joel, what's it going to look like today? Is it going to be more of the same?
More or less the same, Jane. It is going to stay pretty wet across the eastern areas, and over the weekend we had that tropical cyclone weakening into a tropical depression, but it was still a pretty potent storm producing heavy rains and strong winds across the eastern areas, which resulted in a lot of damage in places around Mpumalanga and Limpopo particularly. You can see some trees that were felled down in Mpumalanga, flooding in Limpopo. This is in the Chakuma village, and in Venda we also had similar situations, even cars getting stranded in those high waters, as you can see on the pictures. And then in the Kruger National Park we also had quite a lot of flooding. Look at those houses almost at roof level, and that was not only the only damage, but we also had a dam that whose wall was breached. You can see the water spilling here is actually overflowing, no longer spilling. And now this Monday, we are still looking at the storm. It is continually weakening. It is now sitting over southern Botswana and steering lots of moist air into the eastern areas, where we are going to be seeing scattered to widespread rain and thunderstorms, especially where you see the dark shade of blue and the shade of purple, all the way from Gauteng into Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and parts of KwaZulu-Natal. But as we go further west, the chance of precipitation is going to be less, especially around the Free State, Northwest, and the eastern half of the Eastern Cape. Now we have two weather alerts for you issued by the South African Weather Service. Heavy rains that could result in flooding once again. Strong damaging winds as to a possibility over eastern Limpopo, much of Mpumalanga, and the eastern areas of KwaZulu-Natal. We also have a level 1 warning for similar conditions over the border areas of the Northwest and the Limpopo province. So if you're in those parts of the country, you might need to be very careful, especially when crossing flooded rivers. It is rather cool this morning over the southern and eastern parts of the country, and later on this afternoon we are going to see hot temperatures once again, especially across the northern and western Cape. Vredendal shooting to around 39 degrees, 36 for Appington. Cape Town makes it to 34 degrees, much cooler over the eastern areas, where we are going to be seeing highs mostly in the upper teens and lower 20s. Across KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, and Gauteng, a bit warmer as we go towards Lephalale, warming to 26 degrees. Just quickly looking ahead to the next 2 days, thunderstorms are going to persist over the central and eastern areas, a bit of rain along the east coast, and by the middle of the week we will continue to see unsettled weather for much of the country. It will be rainy along the south and the east coast. That's all we have time for now. Back to you.